to Africalight Talk Show. I'm your host, Nombulelo Maria. Today's show was specifically set to inspire our mission, finding, discovering talent and growing it. It seems when we say we discover talent, they think it's all about music. But today's show will show you that talent goes beyond music. Our guest today is one of our greatest radio local presenters who is very good at her job, and she's an inspiration to many. MNTASE. I will let her do her thing as an introduction. That's it.
Right, enkosi kakhulu ke mntasekhaya mandisibulisele kumakhaya ngamakhaya kwezendawo enikuzo ndisithi iyachulumancikisa kakhulu ukuba lapha namhlanje kwi-Africalight apho ke besithi bona they discover the undiscovered talent. Ndisithi ke mna ke akho nto ibaluleke njengento yobana uzibhaqe usenza laa nto wayiphiwayo. Khumbule kaloku uba umntana uyazalwa wena lo uzawuqaphela uzalwa ephethe into, and then now Africalight is here to discover that undiscovered thing into yobana ikhona le nto wayiphathiswayo yiya emhlabeni ufike uyisebenzise. So ke nam ke njengomnye wabantu ke abaphathiswa loo nto abayiphathiswayo ndiyavuya kakhulu ukuba lapha. I'm really honored. Thank you.
We are also honored to have you here. So laba sizwile ukuthi talent has to be used. You are given a talent to find it and use it. So MNTASE, you have been a presenter for years. You've been to so many stations. Can you take us through that journey from how you started, how it all came out?
Woo, talking of my broadcasting journey, it dates back, I think it should be close to 2 decades now in the industry. And I'm like, actually growing up, I can't get that thing of, I never like imagined myself one day I'll be a radio presenter. But there was that thing within me of which, but hey, like listening to radio, be like, hey, how I wish one day the theater radio was gone. But then it's a no-go area. Not anyone can be there. A theater radio was gone. But then again, because I usually look at my story and I'll be like, this was just God-driven in a way. So my broadcasting journey, I was fresh from school.
Oh.
I was waiting my results with advanced level, and then there was an announcement of auditions, and then I took the opportunity for the auditions, not knowing anything about the audition, but I took the chance and I audition. You know, like it's the auditions was easy. Then there's this girl from MNTASE because that's where my home ground. Oh, okay. Represent language. And I'm like, I think I can be the right candidate. And I'm like, I don't even know them. And because of okay, I did journalism, I did media, then the Indonesian, and I'm like, nothing, no just nothing. But over Palido, the my talent with me, the my confidence with me, and the language, because I was born and bred in MNTASE. And MNTASE is that's our native language there. So the I was given the opportunity to get the audition. I didn't get the audition when I'm just like, I didn't get as on paper as needs or diploma, media, and then I was like, the biggest story son. I remember that they were a freestyle. There was a freestyle in the presentation. They later left the right side again. Okay, the Nigua script, Manispali, what was in news, but my next presenter in news was a presenter is close ago. That's translated as a bala, and then that's better. The program got right. I'm not sure whether it was Lendo, but I think a day after I got a call. Okay, you're one of the shortlisted. And I was like, oh, really? Wow. So purely it was about my talents. And I couldn't this Tandela any Tanda and Jangelo Etionam. I always say, Evandri, Yibayilendo or Yona, Zin, and just Cosa Sixina, Ufunega Ubemundu or Zinayo. So I'm just proud because Galogias Tetan, there's Lala, there's a Pila, yonke into noba ndiyaphupha noba ndiphupha ngaso so ke
You don't dream in English.
comes first, you understand? So ndidla ngokuthi mna ebantwini, don't try to be something that you're not. Yiba yile nto oyiyo yona, and then God will bless you exactly in that because you're laa nto uyiyo. And nangoku uzofumana ubana ke uthe wena ke ndisebenze kwi-stations ezininzi. Yes, I started my career ndikwi-National FM. By the way, we were one of the pioneers of these national languages. And by then, they were used to be called as minority languages. And you can imagine now how difficult it is, the languages as well, it was a minority. Because the popular languages then, it was isiNdebele, isiShona, nesilungu. There comes abantu abazawuthetha isiXhosa. People will be like, bathina sibezwa, you understand? But we're there as the pioneers up until sakhula abantu baqala ukuthi appreciate, bas understand. From National FM ndazophangela ke as a radio or news producer ma national languages. So meaning being umuntu okhulele esiXhoseni but ke isiNdebele si-close nathi mosiyaqonda. So ke isiNdebele because asesikoleni sisifundile. So ke at some point bendi-presenter in isiXhosa mainly and then isiNdebele imagine in isiNdebele kanjalo nje. So those have been my major areas. Ngokuhamba kwexesha ndazobuya ke ndazibhaqasele lapha kukhulumani FM because currently I'm a radio producer presenter with Khulumani FM. My radio name the MNTASE and my shows we are like mainly is from 1800 hours to 2200 hours. The thing now into ndithanda kakhulu ke Khulumani FM nakhona like I did ku National FM. I mainly promote my language, isiXhosa, because, and now the good thing, abantu abaninzi, they are becoming to warm up towards these national languages. Yeah. So abantu sebewa appreciate, sebewathanda. So we've got isiXhosa, ezimbabwe's number languages, amaninzi, about 16 languages according to the constitution here too. So they are becoming, they're warming up and becoming proud of their languages, of which I'm also. And my words always will be, uba ngaba ungumntonga zithande ungumntonga uphakamise laa nto ethi sidonga apha kuwe. Uba ngaba ungumSuthu phila isiSuthu utye isiSuthu unxibe isiSuthu sebenze isiSuthu because ndisebenza isiXhosa mna. I'm being paid for ukurepresenta into yesiXhosa phakathi ne-language.
So there, that's it to the artists, where you may feel you're disadvantaged because of maybe paperwork and so on. But being original will give you a step. So what got her that attention was her Xhosa. It was the real thing, it was the right thing. That she needed to qualify. So also, like, tell us, as a presenter, when you started off, you had never presented.
Never.
It was your first time there, naturally it was flowing.
Yes.
So, so like with the artists we have out there, people don't have interest in these things, but they fear from far, they think you need to have more than what they know they already have. So we always encourage artists to say, come through. Just come and learn how to do your thing. You may need grooming here and there, directing. Just like right now, we're calling out to say, all those who have a passion for presenting, all those who have a passion for DJing, come through to Africalight. We show you, we teach you, we give you workshops, coaching on how to bring out that talent. Africalight is not only for music, it's also for presenting, it's also for arts, drawing, fashion designing, modeling, a lot of things. It covers all genres of things. Oh, and then also, let me know, there at Khulumani FM, we see artists coming through, and they say their music just maybe plays once, twice. What makes a song stay on the station, different stations, circulating?
Talking of music and our local artists, first and foremost, I just want to start by appreciating our local artists. They are doing so good. Unfortunately, there's this thing, mainly the region that we are in Matabeleland. We are abantu bangapha, usually bayithanda kakhulu into yangapha yakomda, into yase-Mzantsi Afrika. But ngicabanga ukuthi with the coming of iKhulumani FM, lamanye ke ama-stations avele ekhona, mainly what we are concentrating on is to promote our very own things, our local artists, because we are there to promote them and we give a priority to our local artists. And because of that, siyananzelela ukuthi baqalisa nabo bathi bakhuphuka bayabonakala bakhona. It's unlike those days lapho uzazwa khona imusic kaningi kuyimusic yangaphi across the border. But then now, I think if you are to be fair, anyone else would agree yes, so this guy, yes, and why is this through us? Because as a radio station and a local radio station, our main focus is to promote our very own things. I always say we call local is like because if we don't promote our own things, and then who's going to do that for them? So in our artists, especially the musical artists, I would always say they are doing good, but kusamele nabo bahambe baproduce izinto ezimnandi, and nxa bengene studio, umuntu nxa ngene studio producer ingoma yakhe abekwazi ukuthi is giving it all, ukwenzela ukuthi lathi as presenters kungabi nzima phela ukuthi si promote, because thina owethu umsebenzi comes at the end angithi is to give i-airplay. But i-airplay ifuna kuyukuthi lawe phela upheke ukudla kumnandi, you know, uzozwa umhlabeleli esithi sisubmitting ingoma zethu phathi ingoma zethu azidlali, but ekugcineni ukuthi uthole ukuthi but your work at times is so substandard angithi, so up your game as an artist ukwenzela ukuthi do you know ukuthi into evele isharp iyazithengisa yona yodwa, it will attract the goodness. So kuba lula. So my word to our artists ukuthi for your music to stay there, okokuqala if your music is there, I got this, I got this. Then we are there to promote, siphakamise. So let's work together with our artists, produce, and then we are good to go.
You heard for yourselves, artists, if you provide quality work, you get quality play. So let's do that, produce good things, get good producers out there to help these artists to produce good work. Then also tell me, as a presenter, what other opportunities do you have besides being on radio? Because others will say, what if I don't get a chance to be on radio? How else can I use that talent?
Oh, there's nothing as sweet as being a presenter. And by the way, this is the only job that I've done ever since. So, I mean, I've been in this industry and so the opportunities that come with this, the package is a lot. The exposure that you have will open your eyes and your mind. Now, also want other avenues to venture in. Besides a presenter like on the radio, that way you can venture into media and doing so many things. When we talk of media, it's not only about radio, it's not only about TV. There are so many things. It comes with a lot of things. So you can be a director, you just name them, and basically, especially in media, you need to be umuntu or creative to last in the industry. And to go with the times, understand okay, what's trending, when's the line? So you always what's happening in the world around you always, and allow to go with the times because things are changing constantly. And now COVID-19, probably you need to devise ways as artists, probably as producers, as whatever, even other circumstances as far as COVID-19. So it's all about creativity, your love, your talent, and you're good to go.
And I've seen a lot of radio presenters and so on also venture into MC.
Yes,
functions, shows, promotions. So you might not necessarily be on TV or on the radio, but you can also be now hosting functions. And that on its own, because they charge per hour, they are so well paid. Yeah, you manage events. That I've seen working for a lot of people. So there's so much broad work that comes into the entertainment industry, into media and so on. And I don't know why people want to be stuck to one avenue. You see, because if you realize the stations, when they look out for talent, they are really shuffling the same stuff. They're not getting new people coming in. If khulumani is hiring, it's taking from people from Skies, it's taking people from National FM. They're cycling, exactly. Because there's young talent coming out to say, I can be able to do this, I'm interested in this. So we really need to promote that and really call out for young people to train more in these things, be groomed in these things, and then they can also have a chance to take over. Because I can try and imagine the MNTASE says I'm retiring. Who will replace me? You see, so
we thank God for you guys because as Africa talent, you are here to discover the undiscovered. So meaning there is a high possibility of the new MNTASEs of today coming in tomorrow, because you are there to discover those people that are there who are not there. It's unfortunate especially in media as an arts part. Abantu abaningi bacabanga kuphela ukuthi okay kumele ngiyoba ngihlabele, kumele ngiyongena kuma drama, kumele ngiyongena. There's so many things that you can do ku arts. Ku arts khona lapho ungabuya ke ube ku media njengathi angithi uyaba reporter, you can be a journalist, you can be anything as long as mhlambe unela creativity that I mentioned about and unalezili ekuwe. And first and foremost, into mawuvele ingeyakho wake wayiphiwa, it simply flows, angeke uze uzithole. And enye into ebalulekileyo is to study. Like I said, I mentioned earlier on ngathi mina mine ngingena ku industry ye broadcasting, it was pure talent, but I didn't remain there. Sengingenile ngawuthola umsebenzi, I was like, okay, I'm here now. Then I need to secure my territory, my job. Then I enrolled as a PR student, ngayenza i-PR diploma yami ngaqeda. After that ngazokwenza my first degree in media studies. So ngile first degree yami media studies ibams ne. And then I'm enrolling again in last classes. So ngizama ukuthi usulalo i-talent is not enough. Inquire, like we said ukuthi times are changing. Abantu baningi abantu bafunda nangaphandle, so nawe zigcine usafe netalenta lakho, you protect.
Not when they say now we need papers, then you are overtaken.
It won't be enough. Support your talent ngani with the relevant documentation.
Yeah, and also I've realized another area that people keep missing: producers.
Oh,
because
yes,
our team here, a lot there are people who are shy, but they want to be in media. That's another very good. You're always like you're not seen, but you're doing your work. It's an art. People also don't know that. They think producers are just a way. They don't know that it's also them that have a chance to apply for that, to train in that.
Yeah, because the media, especially I'll talk about media industry. It's not umntase ozaphuma microphone kuphela, or maybe umuntu ozombona ku screen. Kule a lot of behind scenes work angithi. Those are one of the technicians, engineers, all that ne. So la khona ke uyabulala italenta. But awuna talenta lokuthi ubuye uzothina ke sakuphiwa ukukhuluma, because ukukhuluma is in me. Umuntu is not gifted in that. We are gifted in creativity, to hlanganise the graphics and whatever. Angithi that's part of it. Go for that and do it. Show the world what you're made of.
Yeah, that is it. When it comes to talent search, as Africalight, we are calling out to artists, to people who feel they got a chance in art, to say come through. We've mentioned quite a different areas of talent that people can look into. And if you're interested in any of those, get in touch with Africalight through our Facebook, which is Africalight, by tuning into our YouTube channel, Africalight, or come into our offices, which is second floor, Cabs Building, corner El Takarira in Jessemoyo. Come through, our offices are always open for you during working hours to say, I have this passion. How can I groom it? How can I work on it? That's what we're here for, to make your dreams come true. Okay. So MNTASE, tell us about your industry. Does the industry sustain you? And in terms of personalities, we always get to hear about artists or people in media, also of characters we hear which are negative. Tell us about the characters we find in the industry, and is the industry sustaining?
Alright, talking of the industry, especially the media industry, and especially being a female in this kind of industry. Ngexesha esikhule ngalo thina ibingela xesha abantu abaninzi besithi yo hayibo umsebenzi wabantu abangomama bake waba ngumuntu ongumsakazi ne awuzuthathwa, you understand into ezinjalo. Kube ngathi mhlambe ikhona le level abahamba bayithi khona ke uba ne tag engathi ikhona into ethi anikwazi ukuziphatha nina abantu bako media ngelixa okanye mandithi ke mna ke ku arts industry ibikhona xa besikhula thini into ethona ukuba ngapha ke ungumuntu ongumama and then entertainment industry ngathi khona lento ezaba wrong. Kanti ndifuna ukuthi mina sesijika istory, because kule industry esikuyo we are very responsible. Like singomama babantu ezikhanya, singobakhosikazi, so we are there and we are responsible. But ke ndicinga abantu yonke laa nto ke iza lento ethona ke abantu they are becoming to warm up towards indlela yokwenzeka kwezinto. Ayisekho laa nto banofumana ubana umntu ucinga fana uba i-behavior yomntu ixhomekeke ekubeni usebenza phi. I would love to differ from that because umntu uyile nto ayuba yiyo yena wayifundiswayo nokuba mhlawumbi ukophi umsebenzi iya into yobana wena ufuna ukuba ngubani na. So I would say ubana yes, we're getting all the support and we are there, we know who we are and we know what we want ebomini. So siyiloo nto esifuna uba yiyo. You understand?
Yes.
Of course ke andizuyibalekela into ethi kaloku ubomi wena mntu wasekhaya akho mntu oyaziyo ingomso ubana imphathela ntoni. It's not like ubana uke wangena kule industry and then izinto zangahambi kakuhle. It is because ukula industry noba ngabe ukweyiphi industry bezihleli kakade zizaba khona izehlakalo zobana izinto zingahambi like according to your plan, but that's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So ndicinga fanuba we are good and we are getting all the support.
Yeah, so it's an industry worth venturing into. So now we talk about that morality, beliefs. Are you married?
Yebo.
And your husband, how does it take you getting all that attention, you being live, you having people stop you on the road, people wanting to know you? How does he deal with that?
Ukuphendula lo mbuzo ndifuna ukuthi mna ke ukhumbule kaloku as Africans we don't only get married to umntu wakho, you married to ifamily yakhe, you married to abantu bonke aba around yena. So ndifuna ukuthi it's so sweet for me to say bana the good thing that we have exasheni esiphila kulo namhlanje, we've got communities and people and families and people that are so supportive. Ufumana bana umntu ke ukhona all the way. Eating ngabantwana bakho, they understand ubana okay umama uya emsebenzini ngexesha elinje, and like umna ndisebenza kaninzi ishift zami zisa like late in the day yangithi. So he understands that ubana ndiyasebenza ndisemsebenzini andikho zawungena endlini probably ngamanye amaxesha ndizawufika endlini ngo-2 AM because the shift yami calls for that. And he has to understand that okay umama ekekho umama usendlini and nabantwana even the family around yena. And by the way enye into in as much as mhlambe singaba khona izinto ezithi omnye umuntu anga-understand, but the bottom line is kufuneka understand ubana who are you and nawe uzazi because xa sisemsebenzini ndike ndatsho ngaphambili ndathi ke mna kaloku uyile nto ufuna ukuba yiyo wena. So ukuba ndisebenza ebusuku doesn't mean ubana ndenza into engeyiyo ndisemsebenzini.
Usemsebenzini kwamaqini
nyanyani.
Yeah, because even like personally as a journalist, if you marry a man who's not sure of himself, who's not confident, is intimidated by people around you,
I've seen situations, you're right, I'm sure you agree with me on this one. We've seen other situations because of the insecurity, because for a fact and a starting point, the industry that we're in is a abantu abaninzi around wena. So one has to understand if you're dealing nomuntu oyi-journalist okanye a presenter, you should be prepared to udilishana nabantu around yena. So kulaa nto kuyibuza wena what about the situation whereby sihambe down and then sidibana nabantu? He has to be prepared for that, but ndizawuhamba ndidibane nabantu abangaziyo and then kufuneka ndiphendoni eza space ke ngoku sokuba ndibe ngulaa mntase. And by the way kunomntase okuradio. Then there is a mother, a wife, okanye on the other side. So mandithi ma kunomntase, kunomama kabani, kuno.
I actually think that's where people lose it. When mom goes home, she doesn't become mom. She's looking umntase. Asendlini sefuna umpelo ke presenter.
Yeah.
That's where the issue is. Now this man is now saying, hey, sembushwa la. Mama lo kasatshela ukuthi wena uradio. Yena ipersonality.
Ngoba ngale ku radio ngizoba negesi ifike ngihlalise phansi ngibambise umthetho ukuthi no ngifuna ukwazi ngicela ungitshele, but ngale mase ngingalisa another dark cat that I'm putting on senengibamba senengonkosikazi and then yeah it flows like that.
Yeah, that's it. And we also want to know a bit more of your experiences, like tell us the happy moments you've had on air or at work
in this industry. Because I'm just buzzing names, this is unfair because there's both but often by the AP share because to me radio presenting is one of the things I get to manage. I don't feel like me as a dancer. If you know ngathi njengoba ngqokola nawe ngicabanga siyanqokola nje siyathela we're chatting so it's always a happy moment. But then ke zikhona ke indawo ezihamba zibe uqamba alright this time mhlambe ke niphume niyo-treatwa emsebenzini and be like wow
everybody wants a treat.
Yes, okanye ke those happy moments uzofumana as a presenter it comes with package of bana at times ufumana laa nto ngathi yifemanyana xa uhamba kwezi ndawo uhamba kuzo, and it's easier now for doors to open for you because ngumntase.
And there,
you understand?
Who is the, like, celebrities are saying, this one I met.
I remember back in the years, it's also National FM Harare. I once interviewed the late Uvi Yongwena, and I was like, wow. The interviewer, my favorite, Rebecca Malope. I was wow. The interviewer, but Ngaloka is late Ulundi Kamara. So, the moment book on mana, Yaman, and gay. Umsebenzi endiwenzayo always uzandinika apha abantu abangathi very prominent ubani uzibone usithi rub your shoulders with, and be like, wow.
That's nice. And then me, I was like, I was MNTASE, wow. And then we go to what we call maybe the craziest moments, or where you made errors and you're like, oh my God, the producer, the manager will kill me. What had you done? What happened?
I remember the first mistake engayenzayo, and at some point ngazibuza ukuthi then I'm not supposed to be here. Or maybe ngisifithizele nje. Remember ngithe mina I started my career ngokuya kuma auditions, then it all began then. And then we had our manager wakuthiwa ngoPhathu Manala. The lady was very strict, firm and flexible. Wayekuthi nxa ungaphambanisa utshele nje your way to get to help, konapo. And then mawenze kahle would compliment you, konapo. I remember the blunder engayenza angazi ukuthi ngaphambanisa because besasebasha ngalesana sikhathi. And he calls, I'm on air, uthi, and wakubeka nje in that raw language, uthi, wenzani? It's either you pack your things and use the same door, weird. And I was like, oh my goodness. And then I remember going 8 to 10, 8 to 12 shift in the morning. And I was going to confidence. Am I supposed to be here? And by the way, after that, shift, I think after that, I go call it. It's like, yeah, good girl. I know you could do better, but that's what I wanted. I was like, now okay.
So that's the power of language. How your management responds to you, or what they say can either kill your spirit or increase your spirit. So lava you could have just maybe gone west because motivation I say go choose question I talent lako.
Am I here?
You can just totally shut down.
I think maybe the important thing is to understand the a life in nothing comes on a silver platter like always. Be prepared for the challenge that you will meet on your way. And on those challenges, at least then a thing, because from that conversation, no manager or my former manager, I picked to go, okay, in the you don't look. Then I need to up my game on this and this. And now in time I'm home a studio. What excellent, my God. That's what I wanted. And I knew you can do it. So learn a thing or two from the mistakes that you do, and then be prepared to move on. And of course, in Seven's way, it has a lot of editing. There are times in time we all told ukuthi awenzanga kahle and be like, my goodness, lapho sekungene or on air. Kumbeni I think that because I do presentation also on TV for news angithi. Uthole usuphume like ebantwini ngale angithi ye TV leyo. Usenza something and be like, yo, so hambile sokusemakhaya. One thing with the broadcasting, especially angithi as a presenter, lokho kwenzayo ukwenza kusiya ngikhaya khonapho. So the mistake that you do, the chances are iyafika kumbeni bayizwa abantu. So you just have to be very careful not to do. Even the buttons around you, you should know what to touch now and what not to touch now, because usungazithola usithi yaxoxa off air. And I once did that mistake. Saying this ngiyathi ngibone ngabalaleli bengikhuza ku WhatsApp or platform yethu ukuthi MNTASE siyabuzwa. You know what happened? On air, introduce or whatever that I was introducing, and then I check something on my phone now. Then someone calls me, ngiyakhuluma phone, at the same time monitoring my studio. Kanti then ngikhuluma ngikhohle ukuthi fade out the microphone. So meaning my conversation now, le studio, nalo umuntu engikhuluma naye ifike emakhaya.
I hope it was a decent conversation.
You can imagine. You can imagine.
And then if we've had good moments, nice moments, then there are also sad moments at the workplace, in the environment. What are those?
The saddest moment, it's there are segments where I do emotional topics. I'm one person who cries a lot. I'm sorry to say this. And I laugh a lot. So, I'll go to the people, the way they live and all that. Understand the society ufike ke situation umuntu aphila ngaphansi kwayisimo aphila ngaphansi kwasokuhlungu kakhulu. So ngamanye ukupresenta so ngikupresenta with a heavy heart kwesisikhathi ngiyabe ngikhala literally ukukhala ezinyembezi, but because I need to give this one to abantu ngikupresenta. So those are some of the sad moments engihlangana nazo, but in a way they harm me because ngenza ngazi reality ethi phandle what's the real life ekhona phela ebantwini phandle lapha. And then maybe get talking, you asked me something about abantu engahlangana nabo. Remember tell me growing up listen to your radio and be listening to those people who kuthesh ngazi ngiyafisa ukuba radio presenter, but I doubt if it is even possible for me ngisuka embembezi la ukuthi ngiyokhuluma eradioweni because not everyone can afford that. So I remember when I met one of the veteran broadcasters Ezra ngamenza interview. I was like, so that is singing next, singing Ezra.
Hey, now you're Ezra. Yeah.
Yes, so it's always nice to see Utabanda Basimenti, Abu Baba, Enesman. By the way, is one of the people on audition now. So, Usus Bonaga also rub shoulders with the Sebeunigaman laws. Okay, for you, who to be is called in the game. And these are the tips in the time.
And for sure, they did a good job. They gave you good tips because today, you are a very good presenter, you've stood for the society, you've done a great job at it. So just say some farewells to our people, give them a bit of taste of how MNTASE presents while you're saying goodbye to our audience.
So now you want me to present like I'm on radio? Oh my goodness. I check this one. Okay, what am I the president? Then I didn't do radio. Yes, I'm not on radio because by the way, when I'm on radio, I've got my buttons here and I'm behind the scenes. No one is seeing me there. So it's me and my microphone. But anyway, my shows come between from 1800 hours mostly up to about 10. And then those are the shows that I do. I name those K Lounge. That's the segment that I do. Then I go to Bapula hi, Bapula police, and Benani, Nishani, Gomakaya, Gomakaya, up in the Koyakana, Stevana Gagus Kula say to Scaramata, your number one station, of course, the KFM 95.0. We are broadcasting live from the City of Kings. Go Bapula. Alright, Kamalaki MNTASE, Nombulelo Maria Masoka, Moses Mahoy, Masolake, anyway, and besides, I'm presenting a TV coastal bulletins on Fridays, 4:15. So again, mainly that's me and my broadcasting.
Thank you so much, MNTASE, for coming through. Thank you for having. It was wonderful having you here. And thank you viewers for sticking with us and to catch us next time on Africalight Foundation. Support us, follow us on YouTube, we're there as Africalight, on Facebook, Africalight, and also contact us also in our employer addresses, Africalight. Thank you so much for viewing, thank you for being with us. Discovering undiscovered talent. Thank you.